Thank you, Anna, for taking the time to answer some questions. I'll just ask you questions about Project One. How well do you think you met the brief?
I think I met the brief well because I learned all the songs without much problems, and I adapted to having to play bass since everyone in my band like played guitar, so I had to switch for a couple songs. But yeah, I did it fairly quickly, and for the written work, the listening analysis I think was good because I used the skills that I learned in Ryan and Mark's lessons about song structure.
How did you use the information you learned in class for this project?
We analysed song structures in Mark's lessons with like listening to some songs like Layla by Derek and the Dominoes and writing down the structure, and I used that for the analysis for the homework. And the knowledge on song structures also helped us learn the songs, as if one of us was stuck on a part, like we would all practice, for example, the bridge of a specific song until we got it right.
What communication and planning skills did you use for Project One?
Well, we were good at communication because we were like honest in rehearsal about mistakes and helped each other like get the parts right so it could be good for the show. But we could have improved by talking more outside of lessons because like there was some confusion with some songs. I didn't really know what part I was doing for the chosen song, and yeah, that could have been fixed if we talked a little bit more.
Were there any setbacks?
Well, at the start we had Amber, which played drums and sang, but she left the school, so she got replaced by Jake, which played guitar and also sang. But the songs in our set list are over like a high range, which Amber could do, which meant Freddie had to strain a little bit.
Yeah.
And we had to rethink how we're playing our songs since we have an extra guitar and everything. And another setback was that I wasn't in for a week, so I had to learn the chosen song like 2 days before the show, and the band had to practice without me, so we had to think about how we're going to perform it.
How was your written work overall?
I have to add more detail using technical knowledge that we do in theory lessons, especially for the journal. It's pretty like bare because I do it a bit too late and then forget what I do in the lesson. And also I have some missing work, so I need to do all of it to keep up to date.
What went well in Project One?
Learning all the songs and band communication to have a good performance. I think we like really work together well to learn them and help each other for the final day, and like even with parts that we didn't have, just help each other get them right so it's all cohesive and good. And also learning the song structures went well because like now I understand it better and I can put that in my work.
What could have been better in Project One?
How quickly we learnt the songs, because our first song that we learnt, Charlotte, we spent like 2 to 3 weeks on, so that left us with little time to learn our chosen song, which we chose in the last week, and I only learnt like in the last few days until the deadline. And also we could have communicated more with production because the levels on our show were a little bit off. For example, when I was playing guitar, couldn't really hear it, so there could have been some work there.
And what are your reflections on the final show overall?
Well, as I said, my guitar wasn't loud enough, so like when I watch back the videos I can't hear anything and I couldn't hear myself in the show, so that was a problem. And also the audience involvement could have been better. Like, I understand that Freddie was nervous, so he didn't talk to the crowd as much as we practiced. And also, the spacing wasn't good because at some points we were all crammed into half of the stage and Caleb had the other half because of how the amps were set out, and I was a bit too far back, as some people from the audience said. But overall, I think it sounded pretty good and we didn't have any huge mistakes, so I think we did pretty well.
Thank you, Anna, for answering those questions.
Thank you.